Hey, this is Commander Cookout Podcast, episode 401. I'm Brando. I'm here with Ryan, and we're going to get on the dino-driven hype train by talking about Ixalan. Now, hit our theme song! Hey, Ryan. We're back for yet another whirlwind adventure. How you doing?
Good. What is going down?
Whole bunch is going down. We're back, as I said, on the hype train, checking out the lost Caverns of Ixalan, a hollow earth adventure with conquistadors and vampires and dinosaurs and all sorts of shit. We got stories to tell. We got people to thank. We got cards to talk about. But before we get to any of that stuff, we have to thank our official business daddies, FusionGamingOnline.com, your source for all your gaming needs.
All your Ixalan needs in this case.
Yes.
Hey? Okay,
Yes,
so here's the thing. If you're a first-time listener, if you're new to the nation, welcome.
Thanks for being here-ish.
Yeah, whatever. We're talking about Ixalan. If you want to pick any up, singles, sealed product, gaming supplies, whatever it is, you're going to get a discount. That was hard to get out.
Sometimes it is.
You're going to get a discount if you go to FusionGamingOnline.com and use CCO Summer promo code. You're going to buy the stuff anyways. You might as well spend less money. And yes, they ship all over the world. That includes the United States of America.
If you live on Earth, you can order cards from them.
Yes.
If you don't live on Earth, I feel they might still try.
Hey, they're pretty good. They're always prompt with their customer service inquiries or emendations if I need those things.
Yeah.
So
I'd imagine if you live on the moon and you need something shipped to the moon, it might take a while and cost some extra dollars, but I'm sure you could get it there.
yeah, shipping to the moon's probably not very economical.
Like you get groceries and stuff up there, you got to be able to get cards too, right?
Yeah. Another way to save money is using CCO Perks promo code. If it's your first time, you're going to spend over $100. You're going to get 10% store credit kickback on your order, like into your Fusion account, that you can then turn around and use CCO Summer promo code with credit. Saving money in two ways. You're going to touch tips with money saving.
Touch money tips, eh?
Ooh,
That's...
I like that.
If you touch tips with money, maybe you might end up with a pregnant money, which will then give birth to even more money that you could then spend less of to buy the cards you were going to buy anyway.
Yes, sir.
Yes. That's just science. I'm just slathering science on you like it's gravy, baby.
Yeah. I've had a couple people over the last couple weeks tell me things like, "Oh, I got to put an order in with Business Daddies, first one," or "Oh, I just put an order in, and man, I order from other website in United States where I live, but the Fusion one arrived first."
Yeah.
Wow. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. It's a great way to support the show. Other ways to support the show, if you want to go to patreon.com/CCO Podcast, you can pledge there, a couple bucks a show.
Yeah.
It's a good way to support. It gives you access to our Patreon Discord, where I think without a doubt we are the best Magic community.
Not close.
Not close. And people in there say it all the time, and they aren't biased. Trust me.
I don't think they are. They seem like very honest and upstanding human beings for the most part.
Yeah, that's why I said that.
Like they might be kind of sketchy, but I mean, they're fine. Right? They're fine.
I hung out with some of them last night, and we opened up Lord of the Rings Collector Boosties Holiday Edition. Ooh, no serialized cards, but some really good pulls. Some of the Hildebrandt ones in foil, and some of those like 60s psychedelic poster art ones.
So they are available, not serialized.
Yes, they are. Yes, You can get them not serialized. That is all that we got.
Okay, I hope none of those go in Norrin, because I don't want to get those.
You play the One Ring in Norrin?
Nope.
Probably should. That card's freaking good.
Yeah, but then why would I play it in Norrin? If you actually look at the Norrin the Wary deck, lots of cards are bad.
Yes. The One Ring, opposite of bad.
Yes.
Unless you're talking about like it's, I guess, alliance to whether or not you're good.
It is, in fact, a villain.
It is, in fact, a bad thing, yeah. Speaking of bad thing.
Oh.
We've got last week's booster pack winner. Let's jump in with a giveaway for a bad guy, and then we got a couple more podcast announcements. Just keep it fresh.
Okay.
Keep it fresh like your mother's ass.
I appreciate that, and I'm sure she does as well.
Yes. Yes. Last week on episode 400, made lots of announcements and asked people to comment on the pre-show, on the CCO pre-show for
favorite
episode 400.
CCO memory.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
And I in normal fashion, I will add up all the comments and just random number generator and then pick the one that is the one.
Yep.
I think maybe his first win ever.
Ooh.
But we know him.
Oh.
We know him.
Well, who is it?
I'm gonna read his YouTube handle.
Okay. Will I be able to guess who it is based on the YouTube handle?
Most likely.
Oh, okay.
Most likely.
This is exciting. Okay. All right.
YouTube handle, Aaron Carr 8502. You know that guy?
No.
No, never heard
That
of
doesn't
her.
ring a bell at all.
Never heard of her.
I have no idea who that could be.
Well, they said that their favorite CCO memory was parking lot beers in Seattle, but they don't even drink.
Oh, wow.
Ringing any bells yet? Still
No.
no, eh?
No.
No. He was there and he picked us up in his truck and he had like charcuterie board style lunch on the tailgate of his truck, like meat, cheese, pickles, and beer.
Are you sure I was there for that?
Aaron Carr first. Yeah, there it is.
Oh, there we
it is.
go.
I
Okay.
think maybe he won one other time, but that was a good memory. I liked reliving that little trip down memory lane with everybody's comments and stuff.
Yeah, that was pretty dope.
Episode 400 got lots of like congratses and just people sharing the CCO Nation in general.
Dig it.
Yeah. So we're back for episode 401. Couple quick announcements. We talked about Patreon. Great way to support the show. Coffee.com/Commander Cookout. If you want to make a one-time donation, you can.
There's dope merch on the website, CommanderCookout.com, at the store thing. There's toques and hats and sweaters and beanies and hats like Ryan's and shirts
hunting
like
toques.
mine. And yeah. Oh, yeah. Those toques are important because if you put them on the head, you're less likely to get shot.
That is very much
That's
the purpose
science.
of them.
Yeah.
And they are safety orange or hunting orange or whatever you call it, right?
What other Magic the Gathering content creating professionals invent merch to keep you from getting your dome shot off? Just us.
Yes. Would not recommend wearing them if you're like serving active duty somewhere where you need like camouflage.
Yes.
This is the opposite of that.
They are very high vis, correct.
Yes, but we have done CCO camo hats in the past. So
Yeah, which are the opposite of
cater to
those.
everybody.
That's right. See, so we're protecting your dome again.
Yes.
Again.
The only thing I'll say about it, about the CCO merch, is the new shirts and like the sweaters and stuff as part of the winter line. Those are made to order now because I can't keep stock in my house anymore. So in the middle of November and at the end of November, I'll be making like 2 batches for whatever's been sold. And then I'll ship them out. They're made quickly. I'll ship them out and they should all be in time for Christmas if you're doing like Christmas presents for your friends or playgroup or loved ones or whoever, people you hate. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, whoever, just get them stuff and send it to them. Maybe you won't hate them as much if you give them a gift.
Very much so.
I don't know if that's how that works. It might be how it works. I don't know. If you do it, let us know, and then we'll have learned a new thing.
Yeah. Hey, last thing before we get to dinosaurs. Sidewalk Slam Season 2.
Season 2.
What'd you call it? Hyper Season?
Hyper Season.
Return of the Slam?
Return of the Slam. Revenge of the Slam. Ooh.
I want to make like a slam back or something. Slam.
Sidewalk Slam's back.
Yeah, something. Yeah. Anyways, it's back. We've recorded at least 2. We're recording a 3rd one today.
Oh, man.
We've got some good guests lined up, like some local people, and we've been in conversation with some people in the nation who might want to travel here for a little winter getaway.
Got a dude that's been playing Magic so long, his lands are in the front.
Yes, he's old, and talk about like having a diverse lineup of guests. Mm-hmm. Nobody's got the old crowd like what CCO does.
People think that I'm old. Well, I'm a chicken compared to him because he's such a dinosaur.
Oh yeah, you're like a chick. Yeah, I think they got it.
Well, I don't know. It took me a while to get it during the pre-show, but
yeah, you got it though. You
I
got
got
it.
there.
So
I got
Sidewalk
played.
Slam, lots of fun. We got a new beer sponsor, Pile of Bones.
Yeah, they're not too bad.
I would love to shout them out. We're actually playing with Mike from Pile of Bones today, and I'm not going to give away who he's playing on the show. You're going to have to watch it, but we're either going to steamroll him or he's just gonna gank all over us.
Oh.
Those two things, one of those things is gonna happen.
Oh, man.
So big shout out to Pile of Bones for sponsoring that. And we're going to have a link in our show notes for everything for Pile of Bones, so you can check them out too, because
all the business.
They've got all the funky cans and all the weird stuff that Brando likes.
Yeah.
And they've also got regular dad beer for me. That's important.
I'm less impressed with that, but I mean, something for everybody is an important thing.
Yes, sir.
Right? Yeah, so it's important that everybody can show up and have something for them.
Yeah. Do you think that there's something for everybody in the Lost Caverns of Ixalan legendary creature lineup?
I absolutely do, yes.
Is there any that are just jumping off the page that you want to talk about?
Yes.
Do they have new abilities?
No.
Okay, can we cover the new abilities real quick? I don't have the ability article up in front of me.
We can do them quick. They're
but let's summarize
easy.
them, right?
I think that the ability, and I'm going to just start off overview. We'll probably talk more about this next week when we do our actual set review.
Yes.
I don't think I liked this set very much overall, and the new abilities is one of the reasons why. And I don't know why. I have no basis for this, but it felt kind of lazy, like another new kind of artifact token that just does an already done thing that's just unnecessary. So it's another abusable token that doesn't need to be there to do something that whatever.
The tokens, I don't think, is it powerful enough to be abusive?
Well, no.
Like, look at blood tokens.
But they're easy to make, and they could be easy to make, and thus you have more tokens coming in for your Mirkwood bats and then leaving for your Mirkwood bats.
Okay, I get you.
And then a lot of the other abilities just, is there shit in your graveyard? Is essentially what every other ability says.
Did something go to your graveyard, or are there things in your graveyard? Okay,
I mean, cool, but I don't know. They didn't crank my stank. Crank my dank, if
there
you
we
will.
go. Yes. I love getting danks cranked. So descend is one of them, right?
Descend is descend number, and then the number equals the number of permanents in your graveyard.
Okay.
And then something will happen if you have that number or more. And then if it says if you descended, that means a permanent went from your battlefield to your graveyard. Yes, that's a creature or a treasure token.
I think it's graveyard from anywhere, right? Permanent from anywhere?
Is it from anywhere? I don't know if it's from anywhere. I hope it's not from anywhere, because that would make that real good.
Oh, yeah, frick, mill. We'll talk about maybe a mill commander when we get to it.
Yes.
I like the discover mechanic. That is discover N. That is the number. Discover 10 means reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a non-land card that costs number or less. You cast it without paying its mana cost. Put all the rest of them onto the bottom of your library random order.
Or put it in your hand.
Yes, that sounds a lot like Cascade.
It does sound a lot like Cascade. It's almost like they were being lazy. Like, did we need more Cascade?
Yes.
Is that what we needed?
We did.
Do we need better Cascade? Is that what we needed?
Is it better?
Yes, because you don't have to cast the spell.
Yeah.
You can't accidentally Cascade into a Wrath of God and kill all your stuff. It's like, whoops, I was putting it in my hand. Get fucked.
You know what, though? Discover is... It's now, like, tied to an activated ability, or now it's an ETB ability, where Cascade is a cast ability.
Sure.
So, like, I'm not, well, actually, it's different in this way. That's not what I'm doing. I'm saying it's different enough.
It does the same thing.
That I think we're going to see it used a little bit differently, but it's going to also go in every freaking Cascade deck that already exists. Yes.
Yes, it is.
So I'm excited because, of course, I have one of those decks. And if you're going to ying that way, I'm going to yang this way, and we're both going to ying each other's yangs here.
That's fine. And then we've got the map token. That's like a new way of discovering. Discover is you look at the top card of your library. Yeah. If it's a land, you can... Does it go into your hand? If it's a land, you can put it into your hand. If it's not a land, you put it into your bin or back on top, and your creature gets a +1/+1 counter.
So that is exploring.
Yes.
But now they're calling it discovering?
It's exploring.
Exploring, yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah, discover is the Cascade one. Exploring is That's a returning thing from Ixalan OG, right?
Yeah, but they use map tokens so you can do it on command here.
Is that what map tokens do? Didn't even read that part because I don't give a shit about map tokens.
That's right. And then I think, what's the last one? Craft. Craft is the last one. So it'll be like craft with something, then a mana cost. And then how to do that, you pay the cost listed, then exile the other ingredients listed either from play or your bin.
Yep.
And then you can, typically what it'll do is remove the crafted thing from play, then return it to play transform.
Yes. Very RPG style, right? Like you can do this in D&D, you can do this like on Diablo, you can do this on basically every game.
Yeah, what's that top-down strategy everybody liked for like 25 minutes? Not Dota, the other one. League of Legends, there we go. If you play League of Legends, it's lots like that.
Yes, lots of people still play that game.
I need a Baruzi. I don't know if that's still an ability. I'm going
to give you a Baruzi. Hey, we forgot one more thing.
Oh, what's that?
Yeah, frick. We're podcasting professionals. Of course, we didn't go out of order or get excited about the actual main topic. But we got some new patrons.
Oh, shit.
And some returning patrons that we just got to say thank you.
Let's
and
hit
of
them
course, F you too.
Let's hit them fast.
Okay, returning patron. T Mac, Mac Daddy, Taylor Mac, Mac my
sack?
Yes, I was going to say Mac my sack is the best. Yeah, so
Mac tacky sack.
Yes, he's got a tacky sack, and I don't know why. Maybe it's because his wife's playing hacky with it. I don't know. So
Mac tacky hacky sack.
Welcome back.
Man, we're so good at this. We should have books that are poetry books.
Yes, CCO Tree.
CCO Tree. Yes.
That just happened. I didn't even mean to. Next one, Increaser, Anthony Buckhole.
He tastes awful, and he does work.
Yeah.
And a job.
Yeah. He was on the stream with me last night opening up some Lord of the Rings.
What a baller.
Yeah. Well, he only had one pack. And then the scene edition cards.
Oh,
Pretty cool stuff. Pretty cool.
Did you get any of that stuff?
I ordered them. They're in the mail.
Okay.
And just the way that the weekend fell, they're probably sitting at the frickin' post office right now. And I'm just like, wah! Anyways. Frederick Weaver, Increaser. That's Fried Dick Weaver.
Yeah.
We're so mature.
No, we're not.
No, let's not. Let's call us.
Let's not lie. We don't lie on the internet.
Okay, I got one more I got to read because it's a pseudonym.
Okay.
Pseudonym.
Okay.
I gotta do this for a sec.
Okay.
You would know if you're watching on YouTube.
Okay. Which you should be. I got him.
Crack lined.
Crack line?
Duh.
So he's like a suitcase.
I want to make a butt crack joke.
No, I like the suitcase joke.
And
He's trying to get through like on the airplane, but his suitcase is all crack lined.
Oh, let's try to avoid hard drug references on the show. That's a major thing that we should not do anymore. Butt crack and linesman, like somebody who works on power lines, climbs power poles.
Hey man, whatever floats your boat. We're not going to judge you here. No kink shaming in the nation.
Yeah, you
do whatever you want.
You put your crack on somebody's power pole, wrap it around, squeeze it real tight, all you want.
Yeah, man.
Butt crack line? Oh man, what's the name though?
Crack line. I don't know. He already says himself crack line. That means he's already given himself a nickname. His name is...
I'm just going to add a butt in front.
Donnie DeBucce.
Donnie DeBucce. Donnie de Butt Crack.
Nah, Donnie DeBucce.
No, Donnie de Butt Crack.
Nah, because that's giving him a nickname after he already gave himself a nickname. That doesn't fly. Donnie DeBucce.
Donnie DeBucce. Oh man,
stop giving him nicknames.
I used to work with a guy who. Oh man, I won't mention his name just in case he's listening. Though he isn't. He's probably not even alive anymore. But man, Donnie DeBucce.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Now that we've been excited about cards and excited about new members of CCO Nation, let's flip over to cards. We'll talk about some legends and what we think will be done with them and how either excited or not excited we are to play them.
How lined our butt cracks are with Ixalan cards.
All right, Ryan, we're going to start with one of those cards that just we don't even care about, but we're going to read the name. There's only 48. We're going to do them all.
What?
It's the CCO guarantee. Are you ready?
Start reading.
Abuelo Ancestral Echo. 2/3 flying ward, 2 for 3, has 3, blink a thing.
That's going to be a blink commander.
Or not. And it's just going to be in the Blink Commander deck.
Oh, yeah? You think?
Because there's better Blink Commanders out there.
Isn't abuelo like grandpa?
I don't
in
care.
Spanish?
It might be. But I don't care. Let's just move on to the next card, which is Aklazot's Deepest Betrayal.
Deepest butthole.
Deepest Betray Hole.
Yes.
We did it. That's a 4/4 flying lifelinker for black 3. It's a bat god. Whenever it attacks, each opponent discards a card. If an opponent can't, you draw a card. Whenever an opponent discards a land, you create a 1/1 black bat creature token with flying. And when it eats shit, you return it to the battlefield transformed. It's a land that taps for a black. And then once some kind of condition is met, you can transform it back into the bat god.
Yeah, there's a whole cycle of these that transform into a land and then have a cost, and then they transform back into themselves, making them hard to kill.
Very difficult to kill, yes.
How do you feel about these cards in the command zone? Because they just die, and you transform them into a land, which is kind of taboo to destroy, and then you just cast them again for their transform cost instead of command tax.
They're reprinting Wasteland in Fallout. I'm fine. Right? It's fine.
It's fine. Oh, it's fine. I'm not going to talk about every card. I'm moving straight over to frickin' Advisor, baby.
No, you're not. You're going to do Admiral Brass the Unsinkable first, because it's really good.
Oh, is it good?
Admiral Brass is really good. It's a 3/3 for Grixis and 2. Enters the battlefield, you mill 4 cards. You like that?
Oh.
At the beginning of combat on your turn, you may return a pirate creature from your graveyard to the battlefield with a finality counter on it. We'll get to that in just a second. And it has based power and toughness 4/4 and has haste. Finality counter means if the creature with the finality counter on it would leave or would die again, it gets removed from the game instead of going to your bin.
Yeah, and which is interesting about that is specifically in the reminder text for finality counter is if it would die.
Yeah.
So if you could bounce it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it goes back to your hand. Or if you...
It's not like Unearth where if it would leave the battlefield, you got to exile it instead.
Correct.
It's, you could bounce it and then frickin' play it again, then have it die again, and then bring it back again.
Or you could just remove the finality counter and then bring it back with Admiral Brass again.
That would also work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that this is going to be... do you think it replaces the OG Admiral Beckett Brass or any like combination of pirate commanders that are partners?
I think it does. Because
you do.
There's a lot of the little pirates that kind of are sucky that you have early on in the game.
Yes.
And this lets you turn them into utility creatures that are also beaters, which is something neat. Not lots of cards let you do that.
Is Dockside Extortionist a pirate?
Yes.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, I heard that card was good once.
Yeah, like one time. I don't know if it still is, but it might be. You never know.
Probably.
Yeah,
can I talk about an advisor now?
Now we can go on to the advisor.
Advisor! Now, this card sucks. It might as well have no flavor text in the deck that I want to put it in. Or, I mean, no rules text. But it's got 5 toughness, which is very important.
So you're telling me you only like this because it's an advisor?
No. I'll give it a read, and then I'm going to skip a bunch. I've got a 1/5 human advisor for blue 2. At the beginning of each player's end step, if an artifact entered the battlefield under your control this turn, look at the top 2 cards of your library, put one of them into your hand and the other into your graveyard. So if I have artifact enter the battlefield on your turn and Smitty's turn and Alex's turn, I get to like draw a card essentially on each of those turns. This is going to be something that you'd have to build around, and it is in reference to map tokens, I think.
Probably.
Or like
treasure, or a blood, or a clue, or whatever.
Yeah, and I'm just so not interested in doing any of those things because other commanders do them better.
Yeah.
But in the Archimandrite, all of my stupid advisors have like 1 toughness. So I hit you for like 25 damage with a 25-1 without trample, then my guy dies. Well, this guy's going to hit you for 25, but he's got 5 toughness. So it's going to be an upgrade over some other vanilla advisor that sucks.
Better than a vanilla card. Sweet.
Good review, Commander Cookout. That's why we come here.
Akawali the Seething Tower. If you have Descend 8, it's an 8/8 trampler that can't be blocked by more than 1 creature.
Okay, so that means 8 permanents in our graveyard.
Yes. Like that's
Can we farm that? Like, is that easy to get?
pretty easy, I think. I mean, in Golgar or in Desselgar, yeah.
Yeah.
It's easy enough. Is it an exciting commander? No.
You don't think so?
No. It's a 7/7 trampler that can only be blocked by more than one creature if you have 8 permanents in your graveyard. Is that the commander you want to?
I feel like Yargle and Multani does the same thing for 2 more mana, but way better.
Correct. Moving along to Amelia Benavides Aguirre. Sexy as hell.
Oh, yeah?
Let's start there. She's a thick lady with cool hair and glasses. She's hot as hell. She's a 2/2 for 2. Ward, pay 3 life, Vampire Scout. Whenever you gain life, she explores. There we go. Then, destroy all other creatures if its power is exactly 20.
I feel like through exploring, that would be difficult.
Yes.
Whenever you gain life, you explore. Then it's the same ability. Destroy all creatures with power if her power is exactly 20.
Yeah.
So you have to farm that, you gain a life just randomly, and then you explore. If you hit a not land, you got to put a +1 on her. So you got to scry the top of your library to make sure it's not a land so you can kill all creatures every turn, right?
Well, once it's 20, if she hits 21, you have to start taking counters off of her.
Why?
Or making her smaller, because it has to be her power be exactly 20.
No,
by
that's what I
putting the
mean.
counter on.
That's what I mean. You just set up the top of your library so you don't put a +1/+1 counter on her when you explore, when you gain life. And then you can just kill every creature every turn with a tap gain 1 life thing.
Yeah, but you can't kill every creature every turn. Because once her power is exactly 20, you have to put the counter on her to make that happen. So then you have to find a way of taking counters off of her so that she'll be 19, so that you can scry, so you can gain another life, to explore again, to put a thing on her, then kill all the creatures again.
No.
Yes.
To have this creature explore, reveal the top card of your library. Put that card into your hand if it's a land. If it's a not land, put a +1/+1 counter on her.
So you have to put a land on top every time.
Yes, yeah. I might have said that the wrong way, but if you have a land on top every time, then she never gets an additional counter when you explore. So is this
That sounds so exciting.
Orzhov top deck matters? That's going to be a deck that people build.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Okay, let's do the inaugural Boros Commander. Let's play a game. Can I guess if it's a Boros attacky?
Oh, yeah, okay. I'm going to read the name. You tell me if you think it's an attacky commander.
Okay.
Anim Pakal, 1000th Moon.
That sounds cool.
It does.
She's got long hair. Look at how long her hair. She got some Bianca Belair stuff going on there.
Yeah.
I'm going to guess it's attacky because Boros.
I'm gonna agree, and let's see what she does. She's a 1/2 human soldier for white, red, 1. Whenever you attack, there it is, with 1 or more non-gnome creatures, put a +1/+1 counter on Anim Pakal, then create X 1/1 colorless gnome artifact creature tokens that are tapped and attacking, where X is the number of +1/+1 counters on Anim Pakal. If that sounds familiar, specifically to you, Ryan.
It does.
That's because that's shitty O3 Sun's Glory.
We have a card that does something very similar that flies.
And has haste and lifelink that makes bigger tokens.
Okay. This one costs 3? I feel like you would really want to open this if you're playing draft.
Yes.
The thing is, this is Commander Cookout, not Draft Cookout.
Exactly.
Okay,
so we're going to move on to the next one. I will put that in O3 Sun's Glory, though. For the record, I am going to play that in the deck because it does the same thing, only shittier.
Okay. So is that the first one that you're going to play?
Yes.
I'm going to play one of them in that advisor.
Yep,
maybe.
I will 100% play that.
Okay, so that's a little bit of positive news from Uncle Brando.
Yes, sir.
Okay, what about Bartolome de Presidio?
I'm going to play this one too in my Everything is Legendary Orzhov deck because it's a free sack outlet, so I can sack the non-token versions of my legendaries so that Ratadrabik will give me a token of them.
Yes, I think this guy's very good in Ratadrabik.
And I think I think this is a good card in general. Truth be told, it is a free outlet, like a free sack outlet.
Yes.
For 2, which is pretty good. That gets bigger, which is also pretty good.
So he's a legendary creature vampire knight, and he costs black, white. So vampire and knight both care about black and white. 2/1, sack another creature or artifact.
Yeah.
And it's important that those artifacts could also be map tokens, blood tokens, treasure tokens,
food tokens, clue tokens. Yep.
Okay. Then you put a +1/+1 counter on him. This is actually really good because how often is it that, especially in aristocrats tokens decks, like even my Alenda deck, right? Like, oh man, if I only had a sack outlet because I got a blood artist, or if I only had a sack outlet because I have this pitiless plunderer, you guys would all be dead because I deal 20 damage to you.
Here's one more.
Now you have that, and it's in the frickin' zone, and it costs 2.
Yeah.
That's actually good. You don't even have to waste mana on your commander until late game. You're all set up, and it's like, okay, 2 mana, sack my whole board, deal 40 to everybody.
Yep.
This guy's actually good.
He's sneaky good.
Yeah, in the Orzhov tokens aristocrat deck that already exists, that gets better with the rest of the multicolored and the token tripler in this set.
Yes.
Yeah, this is a good one.
It's a solid one. Let's go into our first Jurassic Park card.
Do it!
With Blue Loyal Raptor, a 5/4 for 4. Blue-greener colors in there. Partners with Owen Grady. We'll get to him later.
No, we'll do him right after.
Do him right now? Okay. For each kind of counter on Blue Loyal Raptor, each other dinosaur you control enters the battlefield with a counter of that kind on it. That's pretty cool. But
you know what?
It's more Simic counter crap.
I very much dislike cards like this where it's like, exile thing from your graveyard. This gets all the abilities of the exiled one and get all these different kinds of counters. That isn't the kind of Magic I like to play.
And there's lots of those too. We're going to get to a couple of those coming up.
Okay, here's Owen Grady. This is who that partners with. So that's Simic, Owen Grady, Gruul. So you put them together, they're teamer.
Right.
Okay, this makes me more interested. Okay, he's a 3/2 for green, red, 1. Partners with Blue. You're my boy, Blue. How many people are going to make that joke? Tap, put your choice of a menace, trample, reach, haste on a dinosaur you control.
Right.
Activate as a sorcery. Oh man, that'd be good if you could do it like instant speed, I guess.
Yeah, it'd be much better.
Yeah. So, it doesn't seem very powerful, but I think with a lot of these like Universes Beyond crossovers that are inserted into the product, you get the flavorful thing and you don't care what it does because it isn't the thing that is going to be the next tech in cEDH. You want to play it because you love Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
And I like this combination for that reason.
And I think in a flavor sense, I think that from what I understand, it makes sense because Grady teaches Blue a thing and then Blue teaches the other dinosaurs the thing.
Oh, is that how it works?
Yeah. So I think that flavorfully, that's really good. And they're partners, that's great. So I think as far as like this is a Jurassic Park thing in Magic, that's a win. That's good.
Okay, that makes it in my head now. That's top down. How does one card teach another card that kind of emulates somebody teaching and then having that thing teach? Okay, I actually really like this now. I don't like the counters.
Yeah, I'm not going to play it, but I'm happy it exists. And I think that's something that we say here a lot.
Yeah.
Let's move on to Underwear Eager Pillager.
Yes.
3/3 for 3, first strike Goblin Pirate. Whenever a pirate you control attacks, choose one that hasn't been chosen this turn. Create a treasure. Target creature can't block this turn. Exile the top card of your library. You may play it this turn.
So if we attack with 3 pirates, we do all 3, right?
That's right.
Okay, so attack with 3 dudes. Create a treasure. Somebody isn't going to get blocked, i.e. my biggest guy.
Right.
And then I can draw a card. Air quotes, draw a card?
Yes.
Oh, that's pretty good.
That's a pretty good card.
That guy's going like in every pirate deck. Yeah. And it's a 3/3 for 3 with first strike.
Yep.
Can't even block it very good.
Yep. Yeah, that's a good one. Is it a good commander? I think it's more of a 99 in the pirate deck card.
Yes.
But not too bad.
Yeah, and you know what? I think over time we're seeing more and more interest in something to do with legend this, or this can't target legend that. And that's a way to balance cards so they're not too powerful at their mana cost, or incentivize us to put legends, characters, thematic cards into our 99.
Yep.
And this feels like that to me.
I like that.
I like that. It makes your deck more flavorful, like you're telling a story. right?
Yep.
And essentially, that's what Commander frickin' is.
Shall we move on to some more attacky attacks?
Oh, yeah, you mean another Boros guy?
That's right. Caparosati Sunborn. I probably said that wrong, but that's okay. 4/4 for 4. Whenever it attacks, you may tap up to 2 untap artifacts and or creatures you control. If you do, discover 3.
Oh, okay. This is our first instance of Discover.
Now, is this the deck where you build nothing, like you only have just bomb-ass shit at 3 or less, and then your deck just starts at 4?
Oh, man. Those are never very good.
Nope.
But at the same time, it's like you need the Soul Rings and the Arcane Signets, but at the same time, it also sucks to cascade into those.
Mm-hmm.
The theory is if you only have 1 3-drop in your deck, you always cascade into it, right?
Yep.
But your deck starts at 3, and that's not very good.
Yeah.
Or that's relegated to casual because you're not playing the fast mana, then you're trying to do the broken thing in casual, then it doesn't fit anyways.
Yep.
I think that you just use this as, like, whenever you attack, you can untap or tap 2 things, maybe artifacts, tokens, equipments that don't actually tap when they're attacked.
Yep. Your Howling Mine?
Hey, there you go. Oh, maybe this is your stacks, Commander. Boros stacks, where you actually tap your own stacks pieces.
Oh man, you tap your Winter Orb and your Howling Mine? Ooh.
Actually, no, that wouldn't work.
No, because that would turn it off for their turn.
They untap on your turn. You stacks yourself.
Oh,
okay.
Boros.
Dude, that's the next frontier, right? You know there's mill.
Yep.
Self-mill.
Yep.
You know how I'm trying to win by reducing your life total to 1 or less?
Yep.
Or 0 or less?
Yep.
And then Orzhov is like, no, let's switch life totals. I'm going to reduce mine, and then I'm going to switch with you. The Boros stacks version of that concept is stacks myself.
So everybody feels sorry for you and leaves you alone until you can get them. Oh, okay, never mind. I like this card now.
Oh,
all right.
man, that's fantastic.
Next one is Captain Storm, Cosmium Raider.
Anchor Fist.
I actually don't hate this one.
Don't Google that.
No, don't. It's very utility. It's a 2/2 for 2. It's Izzet colors. Whenever an artifact enters the battlefield under your control, put a +1/+1 counter on target pirate you control. Neat.
That's actually good because pirate decks care about treasure, hey?
Yep.
So all your pirates can get swall.
Yep. It's
Yes.
neat. So you make 10 treasures, you put 10 counters on your dudes, just get in there.
You know what I dislike about all these pirates we're seeing, though? They're all 99ers.
Yep.
They're all 99ers.
Except for the new brass.
Yeah, that's what I mean, is that one is the one.
Yep.
Or OG brass.
Yeah, they're building the deck for you.
Or some kind of pirate partner combination like Breaches and Malcolm or something, right?
Don't worry, man. We're getting there.
Okay.
We're getting there. Carmen Cruel Sky Marcher is a vampire soldier, 2/2 for 5. Black and white are in there. With flying, whenever a player sacrifices a permanent, put a +1/+1 counter on Carmen the Cruel Sky Marcher, you gain 1 life. Whenever it attacks, return up to 1 target permanent card with mana value less than or equal to her power from the graveyard to play.
Holy smokes.
That's a good one.
This card is good,
Aye.
and it's probably going in my Alenda deck. And I want to say a quick shout out to frickin' Randy Vargas, the artist of this card.
Yeah.
He's got like 100 and some cards that he's done, but he's frickin' good, man.
And I'll bet you they're beautiful.
Oh,
this
yeah.
is a nice piece of
Oh,
art.
yeah. Whenever a player sacrifices a permanent, like, I don't know, with Ashnod's Altar, did we just break that card?
Oh, yeah, for sure. First time ever.
Oh,
First
yeah.
podcast to do so.
Yeah, this
kidding me?
combos with frickin' Alenda, just like Ashnod's Altar, and the one that whenever you have a guy die, you put a +1 counter on something, and you get like a servo, you could sacrifice it, get another counter. It combos just like Alenda does, so this is like Alenda in the 99. And whenever it attacks, return up to 1 target permanent card with mana value less than its power.
Less than her power.
Oh man, this just gets back your Alenda.
Yes.
This card going right in.
All right, Ryan, in true CCO fashion, we're going to abide by what we say until we're not. So we're going to do some of the more exciting ones. We're going to skip all the chaff.
Yeah, and that's so Editor Joe doesn't come through the microphone and murder us.
Correct. And we're going to prove that we're going to do that by starting with my personal favorite.
Oh, there you
of
go.
all the legends from the set. This is a card that I am pumped about. It's Don Andres the Renegade.
Ooh, this is like a steely guy one, right?
On his own, this card sucks. But in the zone, with the right build, this card is going to be so frickin' cool. It's a 4/3 vampire pirate. For Grixis and 1, each creature you control but don't own gets +2/+2 and has menace and death touch and is a pirate. Second paragraph, whenever you cast a non-creature spell you don't own, you create 2 tapped treasure tokens.
That you cast but don't own?
It just encourages you to play your opponent's stuff. Things like Shared Spoils or Atali or Cursed by the Mara or any of that stuff that lets you get your opponent's things and then play them.
It lets you it lets you gain control, like control magic.
Yeah.
Right? And not clone, but control magic and stuff like Atali where you can cast the top card of their library.
Yeah.
Stuff like Threaten.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, so you got the Threaten pirate guy.
Like, remember the pirate deck that we built with Obeka way back?
Yes.
It's just like that, but it's better.
And you could still play Obeka in that deck.
Yes, you could.
And still do all the same tricks, like when you steal a guy until end of turn or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a cool one.
I like Don Andres. Another Grixis card that's obviously a villain,
Yes.
but I mean, I guess that's just
I guess when you know, you just know.
When you know, you know.
Oh man, I know that from a pure power perspective, like just top end, stomp your dink into dust, Galta, Stampede Tyrant. Oh my lordy, hey.
Man, at 8 mana though, I think he's a win more card. I do.
Yes. 12/12 Trampler for 8. When he enters the battlefield, I think it's a she actually, I don't care. It's a card. It's cardboard. Put any number of creatures from your hand onto the battlefield.
Cool. I think people are going to be rock hard about that until
Yes.
they actually do it, and the only card in their hand is the Llanowar Elf they drew that turn.
Yes, or you're going to see it as like the combo enabler in Simic, where it's like, draw your whole deck, put a creature onto the battlefield. Oh, surprise, it's Galta. Then there's the rest of my hand. And in this 46 card hand I have is my combo that I just win with. It kind of feels like, in that case, Primal Surge. Right?
Kind of, yeah. Or you're going to see it where people are going to try and sneak it in. What is it? Is it a Primal Amulet or
a Sneak Attack?
Yeah, or one of those. I'm trying to think of green things. There's creatures that you can tap.
Natural Order.
Yeah,
Natural Order is sacrifice a green creature, go find a green creature onto the battlefield.
Yeah, and you'll get this, and then put all your dudes into play. Like,
oh,
sure,
that's Galta Natural Order's freaking good.
Yeah.
If you have like another 8 or 10 drop in your hand, can you imagine like turn 2 or 3 Natural Order, get Galta? Oh, then it can't be in your command zone though.
Yeah. See, again,
frick.
it's another 99er.
Dang it!
Right. So again,
okay, that's where I was imagining it anyways.
And I'm going to put this in Wolfgar so I can put Eldrazi's into play with it.
Yes.
And that 99.
I'm going to put it in my dinosaur vehicle deck so it can drive a train.
There it is.
It can crew literally anything. Too bad it can't crew 2 things at once. It's like wearing cars like shoes.
Oh, that'd be cool. Oh, that'd be dope.
Give you a roundhouse kick with a shoe on its foot. Hey, that's like a Street Fighter and Jurassic Park crossover. There we go.
I want to talk about the cats. I'm going to lump the 2 cats together.
Sure.
So there's Kutzil Malamet Exemplar and Sovereign Okinek Ahau.
Whoa.
I probably butchered that, and I'm sorry to anybody whose ears are bleeding after listening to me say those things. Both of these creatures have some kind of version of, when you attack with the creature, if that creature's power is bigger than its base power, something happens. In Kutzil's case, it's you draw a card when it hits somebody.
Yep.
For example, let's say you have 8 guys and an Anthem effect in play.
Oh, yep.
All of your creatures are bigger than their natural powerness.
Yep.
So you would then hit with them and draw cards. The other one, Okinek, is you put +1/+1s on them equal to the difference. So if you have an Anthem effect, all of them would get a counter. Then the next time you attack, all of them would get 2 counters, then 4 counters, 8 counters, 16 counters as you continue to attack. These cards are good.
Do you think that they displace Arable Roar of the World as the commander of the Selesnya cat deck? because they both interact with his Eminence ability very favorably in that he gives +3 to somebody on your team. And then, of course, you would get 3 more pluses from Okanek and draw a card from the other one.
Yes.
That's good, hey?
I think you could. I think that Okanek is a better commander, both because it has a cooler picture and like a bigger, flashier ability. But the other one gives you card advantage, so it's hard to say. But I think it could, yes, especially given the cost of an Erebos.
The cost of an Erebos, like
the money.
to buy it?
I think that they're money, aren't they?
Aren't they? I don't know, man.
I thought
I got an oversized one. I'm sure it's worth 99 cents.
But those guys are very, very good. They're getting a lot of talk, and I think it's very worthy of the high praise that they're getting. Both.
Yeah.
Of them.
Okay. You know what? I'm gonna. You praised. I'm gonna opposite praise.
Ooh.
Criticize.
This
There we
is
go.
different. What is happening?
Where are all the frickin' Dino Commanders? Dino Mander.
Well, there's a few of them. They just all suck.
Oh.
Yeah, they're terrible.
Okay, so we've got Blue.
Yep.
We've got Indominus Rex.
Which is this Indominus Rex. I can't look at it and not think it's a commander that came out in Ikoria. It's the same thing but smaller, where you get rid of things that have abilities and then it gets the abilities. It's the same commander. It's the same.
Then we've got Indoraptor, the perfect hybrid, which has got Bloodthirst X.
Say it right.
Butt thirst.
That's right.
Yes, I love thirsty butts. And like that's kind of it, hey?
Indoraptor, I'm going to say based just on the art, which is on the screen if you're watching on YouTube, which you should be, definitely the coolest looking werewolf art.
Yes.
Take that, you werewolf simps.
Yeah, I should actually say there's Pantlaza?
Panty lazy?
Yeah,
Sun favored?
Yes. Now, this one's pre-ordering for quite a bit, isn't it? Like, or the full art. Oh man, look at that alternate art for that.
Yeah, the alternate art ones are cool. The alternate art dinosaurs in this set are cool. We're going to talk about that next week.
Yes.
But I will have several of those.
Okay, so Panty Lazy, Sun favored, or another dinosaur enters the battlefield under your control. You may discover X, where X is the creature's toughness. Do this only once each turn. Now, I bring this up for 2 reasons, because I like the dinosaurs now.
Yep.
Now that I'm building the dedicated dinosaur vehicle deck, I'm really thinking that I'm going to keep the community Calamax build together as a Spellslinger deck, but take the vehicles out of it. Okay. And I kind of want to build this because it's a Cascade dinosaur deck that I'm going to cascade into vehicles when I cast dinosaurs.
That's neat.
This might be the thing that I do.
That's a cool idea.
So for Legends that I'm going to build, this might be the one.
Ooh.
Because you know I love Cascade.
Yes, you do.
I'm not a gambler unless it's Cascade.
That's true.
It's the best kind of gambling, man.
Because you always win.
Well,
No, you always win.
Not if you hit a mana rock on turn 10. That's not very good.
We'll stop playing so many mana rocks. Coward.
Yes.
Just draw land.
Yeah. Just draw land, loser.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen Sidewalk Slam?
Yes.
It's either all land and no 8-drops, or all 8-drops, no land.
Yeah.
That's my middle name.
That's how you do it, yeah.
That's a long middle name.
That's a long middle name.
I got
but it's a
longer
good one.
middle names than frickin' guys on Ixalan.
I guess we can also hit, again, we're going to group a couple more together. We've got the other 4 dudes that turn into lands when they die.
Yeah. Ogers, the Ahers. I think it's got to be a soft J if we're talking like Mesoamerican or Spanish language influence.
I think
It's got to be Aher, right?
One of them has a T-Rex for an arm, which is awesome. It doubles damage. We've got one that lets you put creatures from the top of your library into play when it tramples over and hits people. We got one that, what's the blue one do? Gives your instants and sorcerer spells rebound. And
I might play that one.
And then 5-color mono white angel Aaron will also play that one because it has time counters as a land, which is neat. And then the white one, everybody's talking about the white one. It's the white token tripler.
Toki Tripski.
So we all know people are going to want that. What was Mondrak? Was the one from...
Was the white one from Phyrexia, All Will Be One?
Yeah.
And, of course, Anointed Procession.
Yes.
And then, like, Doubling Season and stuff. Okay, so all of those cost 4 or 5, right? This one costs 6 and triples tokens, like Fiery Emancipation costs 6 and triples damage.
Yeah.
Is this in the same boat? Like, is this going to be a $35 card like Fiery Emancipation was for a long time? Is this... Okay, if I can get a double token at 4 mana, is a triple token at 6 mana, is that win more? Does it actually matter?
I think it's win more personally. I do. I think that these cards are... I don't want to say it's a trap, but I do think that people evaluate it better because cards that double tokens are so many dollars and are so good.
Yes.
And this one triples them. It must be better. But actually costing 6 here is a big detriment because, especially if you're playing it in mono white, even with the new mono white card draw support, you're probably you're sandbagging cards now that you haven't played until turn, let's say 5. Because you're also playing white.
Yeah. Come on, turn 9.
So now you've sandbagged so hard that you haven't done anything the whole game, and by the time you get your highly telegraphed commander into play,
or if this is in your 99,
is it going to stick around until you can do the thing? And in the 99, it's just win more. Because you're probably already winning when you play this.
Yeah. Well, and you know what? Here's my observation. While I agree with all of that, and I'm going back to that Fiery Emancipation comparison, okay?
Sure.
So let's say I've got whatever, a token maker, right? And something that also gives me haste, because that's how I'm going to turn triple my tokens into damage immediately.
Into triple the damage.
So that's a build cost that I have to pay to make this card better.
In mono white, a Chroma's Memorial is your...
or Crashing D.
Oh yeah, Crashing Drawbridge would help too.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah. Yep. Or maybe I build it like so these tokens are like fed into a sack outlet. But again, if I'm in mono white, like what am I going to do? Aristocrat?
Phyrexian Arena? I don't know.
Prevent damage, right? So I don't know what the build cost is to cash in on these immediately. Yeah. Okay, so we'll go back to Fiery Emancipation. Remember, it's the other thing that triples something.
Yep.
Okay? I'm just playing my deck with creatures that are going to attack you because that's my strategy to win,
right?
Like it is most of the time in Commander.
Yep.
Okay, I've built up my board and I've got a good position, but it can't kill you. So you swing out and hit F you Smitty because you're also playing Magic.
Yep.
You go, hey, how many blockers you got? Or I say, how many blockers you got? You go, none. And I go, Fiery Emancipation. You thought you were going to take 10. Now you're going to take 30. Now you die.
Yeah.
Right? There's not a whole ton of build cost to triple what you're doing here.
Yeah.
Because you're already doing the thing with Fiery Emancipation, right?
Whereas this one has a higher build cost.
Aher Tak.
Yeah.
Aher Tak. Deepest Foundation. That's a pretty cool name.
That is a cool name.
I mean, this card's good. It's powerful. And when it dies, it comes back.
It's a powerful card. It's just, like I say, it's a bit of a win more card. And I think that the money that you have to shell out to get your hands on one, if you just want to buy the single, is not worth the power spike you're going to see. If I open one, am I going to put it into my Othari deck? Absolutely I am.
Because Uncle Brando, you love winning more.
Because it does exactly what Ryan just said. I'm going to attack and instead of making 3 2/2s, I'm going to make 9 2/2s that are already attacking you.
Yes, that's pretty
really good.
That's pretty good. Because it's a replacement effect, so it just does whatever the thing does except triple.
Yes.
And how about, we're going to talk about it next week, but how about the frickin' cool showcase art on that guy?
Oh, yeah.
That's cool.
Oh, yeah. I am slightly bitter about it, though, still.
Because they're different than OG Ixalan?
They're not the coins. I wanted those coins so bad. I bought one of the secret lairs specifically so I could have every coin. And then they didn't do the coins. Me and Watts are going to have words next week.
You're going to get them to errata all Ixalan showcases into coins?
Oh, yes.
Like Nagas?
Now that I've done Nagas into snakes, now that I know that the power exists within me and the nation, yes.
That's fantastic.
There's going to be a holiday gift giveaway bundle thingy for Ixalan Lost Caverns where it's all coins all the time, baby. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got 2 more guys.
Okay.
How many more guys you got? Couple?
1.
Okay. I'll do 1, you do 1, I do 1.
Okay.
Okay. Mine start with the. Whenever you've got the at the start of your legendary creature, That's
got to be good.
That's got to be good.
Yep.
Because it's the exemplary guy
Yep.
for this thing.
It's the one.
This
It
is
even has one in its name.
Yeah, this is the ancient one.
Ooh.
This is Uncle Brando's mother on a magic card.
Okay.
Okay. Black, blue, full stop. 8/8.
Ooh.
That's the biggest legendary creature for 2 I think we've ever seen. That's pretty good. There's got to be a drawback.
Is Draco legendary?
No.
Oh, all right then. Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Okay. Ancient one can't attack or block unless there are 8 or more permanent cards in your graveyard.
Sure.
So descend 8.
Yep.
Can we glimpse the unthinkable, our stupid self?
Of course you can.
We can?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Just play all permanents. Glimpse myself. Ancient one. Hit you for 8.
Yes.
3 pump chump. Turn 2.
Yeah.
That's pretty freaking good.
Not bad.
Okay, wait. There's more. Black, blue 2. Draw a card, then discard a card. When you discard a card this way, target player mills cards equal to its mana value. Oh.
That's pretty good.
I'm just going to target myself and mill. So then my guy can attack.
Yeah.
Mill myself.
Or you could have it be an action. It's like Yuriko, but mill. Instead of Yuriko, do a bunch of damage.
Yuriko.
That's the one where when you attack...
Yeah, no, I'm trying to make it mill. I'm trying to fix my head so I can say mill and Yuri mill.
Milliko.
Oh, fuck.
Jesus.
God damn it.
Come on, man. Come on.
suck.
Come on.
I suck at everything. Okay, do yours.
Okay, mine. And I'm very excited about this one. I am excited. Not a dinosaur, but there is a dinosaur in the art. Weta Trainer Prodigy
Ooh.
is a 1/5 with haste for Naya colors. Green 2 tap. Target creature you control fights another target creature. This ability costs 2 less to activate if it targets 2 creatures we control.
But Brando, who could you possibly make fight?
Oh, I don't know. And maybe we'll talk about maybe the second line of text here.
Okay.
Might help. If a creature you control being dealt damage causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time.
Who on planet Earth would want to fight with their own guys?
I don't know, Ryan, but I feel that if you were going to fight your own creature, I feel he would have to be powerful.
Yes.
I feel he would have to be versatile.
Yes.
I feel he would have to be very handsome.
Yes.
And I feel his name would be Brash Taunter.
Could you make could you pump your Brash Taunter up huge and then have Brash Taunter just fight Stuffy Doll all day long?
Yes.
Yes. Yes. I feel like T Coates just went like this too. Yes.
Because here's what's going to happen. You're going to have a Brash Taunter.
Yes.
With a Sunforger on. Not a Sunforger. Blazing Sunsteel attached to it.
Yes. Blazing Butt Steel.
Yep. And that Spine Whip that also turns something into a Brash Taunter.
Yes.
Yep. We're going to pair him with Donna Noble from Doctor Who.
Okay.
Then we're going to fight Stuffy Doll with it.
Stuffy Doll's like, oh shit.
Oh my God. And then that 1 is going to turn into like minimally 5. And then all it's going to take is 1 damage doubler and someone's going to take 100.
No fiery emancipation.
Oh. And yes, this is the Naya deck I'm going to build. Yes, you will see this at a table near you.
This is going to be an Uncle Brando Naya deck?
Uncle Brando special. I'm going to play dinosaurs. I'm going to play Apex Altasaur.
Apex Devastate Butthole?
That's that 10-10 that fights things.
Oh, I was thinking 10-10 Cascade 4, guys.
Oh, no, whenever it takes damage. Oh, man. A 10-10 that takes damage and then fights something.
Oh, yeah,
like, let's say Brash Taunter.
10 times.
Oh, I'm so excited. I'm very excited. And
So
I'm happy this card exists.
this is the one that you're going to build.
I am going to build. I know I said I was excited about Pirate Guy, and I think I might be more excited about Pirate Guy as a theory, as a concept, as a card that exists. I'm more excited for Weta because I'm going to build it, and I'm going to have a ton of fun playing it.
Man, are we both going to build Naya commanders?
What world is this?
Yeah. What even are you?
I don't. I feel like I'm more akin to a Naya person than you are, though.
Riri?
Well, yeah, I like to play
I
big
suppose,
things and
yeah.
then punch faces.
Yes. Okay, I actually have the Myco Tyrant. I just like that guy But I'm not gonna read that guy.
It's a fungus. It's cool.
Yeah, it's a fungus and it's a sapperling guy too. So and he's gonna punch for lots.
It makes another 1/1 token that can't block. Stop doing that, Wizards. Just
Yeah.
balance your cards.
That is how they balance them. I just thought of something.
Okay.
Okay, this is my last one, then we'll give our final kind of thoughts on the Legends rundown.
Okay.
Okay, this is Axolotliac?
It's a Z. Zolodiac.
Yeah, but it's an axolotl,
Yes.
which is an X.
Yeah, it starts with an A, though.
Oh, fuck. Okay, so how do I say this?
Zolodiac.
Zolodiac?
The Smiling Flood.
The Smiling Flood. You don't Google that.
No.
This is a 6/6 Simic for 4. Zolodiac Salamander Serpent. Whenever Zolodiac Smiling Flood enters the battlefield or attacks, put a flood counter on target land. That land is an island in addition to its other types for as long as it has a flood counter on it. As long as it has a flood counter.
Right.
Okay, so there's another card that does that from like Mirrodin that puts flood counters on stuff.
Yep.
And it would behoove us sometimes if we have island walkers that like draw us cards like Thada Adel and stuff.
Yep.
This is a known strategy. Also, at the beginning of your end step, untap each permanent you control with a counter on it. So also Simic bullshit. This will be similar to Prophet of Krufix, which is banned.
Right.
If we have counters on all our Simic bullshit stuff,
Yep.
which we will.
Mm-hmm.
Also, we already have islands, so we don't need to flood counter. I flood counter you and untap my stuff, and then you can't cast stuff because you're not playing blue.
Well, yeah, but it's an island in addition to its other types.
Oh, no.
Yeah, no, it doesn't turn their land off.
Oh, come on. It was going to be the Staxolotl deck.
I know. I'm sorry, man.
No.
I'm sorry.
Why didn't you stop me?
Because I wanted you to talk about it. I wanted you to be excited. I'm sorry I had to ruin it for
Come
you.
on. I made 2 Stax references. What is this?
I know.
What year is it? Frick. Man. Now I sound like an idiot on the internet.
No, you don't. No, you don't. You could still build this and have it be the Simic bullshit deck, which is basically a stacks deck anyway.
Man.
I'm going to play a turn with a full grip on my turn, and then I'm going to draw enough cards and play enough land and untap enough shit that I can do it again on your turn. That's Simic. Da-da-da-da-da.
Man, I could untap all my stacks pieces to like, oh, you play them with like Urza or anybody that lets you tap your artifacts for mana, and then your Staxolotl just frickin' untaps them and stacks as you.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, see, like, you know what, air quotes, CCO Nation, or I mean, in brackets, don't build this deck. Don't do this. Don't do this.
Don't be this person.
Yeah, because this is a casual commander. I'm going to turn this into my final thoughts here.
Okay.
This is a casual commander. It's not a stacks commander. If you want to do the deck that I was just talking about, just build Urza.
Yeah.
It's better in literally every single way.
Or the one that I play. What's her name? Maria.
Yeah. I think that there are a lot of exciting commanders here, even the ones that you were trying to gloss over and just be like, yeah, that sucks. No, there's interesting ways to build them and to do new stuff.
Lots of great 99ers. Lots of great cards. There's no like duds, which is cool. I like to see that. Like
Yes.
usually when we do these, like, this is a dud, this is a dud. At least all of them do something neat, which is cool. And I mean, they kind of have to with all the goddamn text that's on them.
Oh, yeah.
So good. And there are some that we're going to play. There's lots of them that we're going to see. There's lots of them we're excited to see builds for, which is great.
Yep.
And I think overall, so far, I think our trip back to Ixalan is going to be really neat. Aside from the fact that there's so much sky being shown, given that the story takes place under the surface of the planet.
Is that how Ixalan works?
Yep.
What?
Yep. Hollow Earth, baby.
So everybody's on the inside?
Yep.
Does the Earth just spin so fast that everybody's trying to fly out into space, and that's how they're gravitationally stuck to the inside?
Sure.
I'm trying to science things that ought not to be.
Yeah, I don't know how
scienced.
Hollow Earth works, man. I just work here.
I just work here. Hey, if I'm gonna go and build this ridiculous dinosaurs driving trains Naya deck, where am I gonna get all of my vehicle singles?
Oh, I would highly suggest you go to fusiongamingonline.com, use the special promo code that's going to be down in the thing below, or CCO Summer, or possibly on the screen if you're watching on YouTube. Get all your dinosaurs, get all your vehicles, get all your Brash Taunters if I haven't bought them out already. It's a good place to do it. You're going to get all the stuff you need, plus pay less for it. If you want to hear more about stuff that you could pay less for, we're going to do the rest of the Lost Caverns of Ixalan on the next very exciting episode of Commander Cookout Podcast. Hit our theme song!